Hi guys, what's up? I am Language-Enthusiast. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Alright, what I'm gonna talk about today? Oh, I was a bit surprised a little while ago because my daughter suddenly started to going out. She is always supposed to go out around or past 10 p.m. But now, what time is it now? It's still 9:30. More than 30 minutes earlier than usual, or sometimes she even goes around or after 10:30, and which means that today she might be 45 minutes earlier, and I wasn't ready, and I was so surprised because she was about to go, and what? I was like, what? That early? Oh my goodness. I haven't prepared anything yet, but it was okay because today I was not going to videotape myself. I haven't put on my makeup anyway. Usually I have no makeup on in the house. Why should I? Why should I? Why would I? All right. Yesterday I was talking about this wonderful woman I happened to find suddenly by chance, and after that I lost confidence. I lost confidence because she was too good for me to admire. She was, I'm not saying that other women, other people related to English I have been finding these days are not as good as she is. No, I'm not saying something like that. Okay, don't get me wrong, please. But sometimes if the person you admire is too good and that person's level is too high, it makes you feel either depressed or the person might inspire me, but I have to be very careful about choosing someone I admire, okay? And it happened yesterday, and I lost confidence because, you can't help but compare yourself to someone else, right? It's natural, right? I try not to. I have no intention of comparing myself to someone else who is much better than I am at that point, without considering how long or how much effort the person has been putting in. Is it okay? Putting in. Without thinking about that, people tend to compare themselves to someone else, right? Only makes them discouraged, right? Only makes themselves discouraged. And that happened to me yesterday. And I lost confidence, but I was on the verge of losing my confidence. But in the end, I didn't lose my confidence because I've been working on this endeavor journey for the last, let's see, when it comes to this speaking practice, it's been about a month. But before that, I was studying really hard for the test, right? For about 2 months. But I'm very happy that I finally started practicing speaking like this, because without practicing speaking, I cannot improve my speaking, no matter how much I study. I've been studying so long for the past years, right? But my speaking didn't get any better just because I didn't practice at all, particularly. Yeah, at first I couldn't speak English at all. And when I think about myself in those days, my speaking has improved to some extent, of course, because as I as I was talking about this somewhere in my previous videos, I don't know when I was speaking about this, but at first I couldn't finish a sentence, so I always prepare some sentences for me to speak. Otherwise, it was totally impossible for me to speak English. But now, like this, in this situation, I have no preparation. I always play by ear, and I even enjoy seeing myself how to solve the difficult situation. And I even enjoy myself seeing where, or words come out, how my words come out. And during the day, I always think about, let's see, what I'm going to talk about tonight for my practice, or is this, how can I translate this sentence into English, or can I translate this? Can I translate what I have in mind in English, or can I describe this thing in English, or something like that? I always think about this. And now I can just start speaking without knowing how the sentence ends. And this is something that I quite enjoy seeing myself. And it's a big difference, right? It's a big difference. And I tend to feel that I haven't improved a lot. Anything. No, I have never improved myself. I tend to feel this way, and it makes me discouraged so much. It makes me frustrated so much. But in fact, I haven't improved so much. But when you're in the middle of something, you cannot measure yourself objectively, right? You cannot judge yourself level-headed. And that is also happening to me. But I know that I still have a long way to go, and it takes time. Language learning takes time, does take time. So this mindset doesn't make me as frustrated as it used to be. And where was I? Yes. And I've been into this, English study, acquiring the language. This makes me stronger, I guess. And these days, I try to find more and more wonderful people, mainly women, somehow. I don't know why, but for some reason, I didn't like to see such wonderful women whose language level is quite high before. But now, I don't know why, but I like seeing women whose English level is pretty high or very high more. And I really want to see them, see what they are doing more than before. And before, I often feel discouraged by comparing myself to those people. But now, somehow, probably I have been stronger and stronger, mentally and spiritually, and I can regard them as my role models. And I feel even happy to see such people when I happen to find someone like yesterday. I felt so excited, even though at first it makes me daunted or overwhelmed, but and it takes a little while for me to calm down. But after I calm down, I can see things objectively and even try to learn from the person or people, and I always wonder what makes them so special, and is there anything that I can learn from them to be a better myself, better me. And I came across that wonderful woman yesterday, and today I was practicing pronouncing English with the audio in which she is reading the text. And as I said yesterday, there are 3 narrators who read the short story, like 10-second story. Each story, the textbook I'm using now, or I have been using it since yesterday, has 60 short, stories or reading materials, and it takes only 10 seconds. Each story takes 10 seconds. Very short, pretty short. 2 or 3. It consists of 2 or 3 sentences. And somehow, I don't know why, but 3 people read the same story each time. But I didn't know why there are 3 people who read the same story. What for? I wondered yesterday, but today, as I practiced pronunciation, I began to realize why. Because each person has their own, his or her own way of pronouncing or intonation, pronunciation, or each one of them has his or her own unique pronunciation, intonation, something like that. So when I try to practice with the audio, and when I try to copy them, all of them, I can understand the slight difference between them, and it is very useful for me to understand the language, and improves my it helps improve my knowledge of pronunciation. I can understand the pronunciation, what the pronunciation is all about from a different perspectives. It really helps me acquire the language in a variety of ways. I actually don't know why they take or they have 3 narrators for each story, but anyway, it helps so much. And I practiced copying them so much, like 50 times or so today, using my editing app on my iPad. Using the editing app to make my own learning material using the audio is very helpful, because I put blank after each sentence or each phrase, so that I can copy without stopping the player every time, right? Once I have made my own studying material with the editing app on my iPad using the audio, which came with the textbook I'm using, I just let it play, and just all I have to do is to copy them many times, as many times as I want. It's very convenient. It's like a robot. It's like a robot who works for me. All I want is just practice. It's very easy. And then I really wanted to copy that woman I was talking about yesterday. She is graduated from Harvard. And I'm not really sure, even if she is Japanese native speaker or English native speaker, because someone in the review of the book she published said that she's a complete bilingual. I mean, she's English and Japanese native speaker for both. And when I tried to look for her profile, it doesn't say anything about it. So I don't know how she improved or mastered her such great English in the first place. But if she's an English native English speaker, no wonder her pronunciation is so great, because I never imagined how Japanese people how Japanese people can acquire such good English pronunciation when they are an adult. So anyway, and as I was practicing how to pronounce English with using the audio, I really wanted to copy her, and I really wanted to know what makes her pronunciation so beautiful, so great. That was probably partly because her voice. I mean, she has a very beautiful voice, very attractive, charming, very beautiful, and very beautiful voice, attractive. And I can explain it using any other adjectives, and I feel so frustrated at the moment though, but I wish I could use other adjectives to describe how her voice sounds spot on. But okay, I'll work on more about my adjectives. Anyway, and I practiced for about an hour, and tomorrow I'll do the next story. I mean, today I did the first one. Tomorrow I'll do the second one, and I don't have to be in a hurry because there are 60 short stories to work on, and just one day, just one story a day, and it takes 60 days, meaning 2 months. It's gonna take 2 months, but I don't need to be in a big hurry because I have many other things that I want to do at the moment. Yeah, of course, studying English, right? Learning English, improving my English skills, right? I don't have to focus on that one only. And this morning, I've been looking for more and more people whose English is great these days. And so I happened to find another woman this morning when I was reading my email. When I was reading emails that came to me this morning, the email was from the English pronunciation coach I was also talking about several days ago in my video somewhere. And she's someone to, says about her English course, pronunciation lecture or course, how good her course is. She has and that was her student, and the student is a woman, Japanese woman, and the student is also an English teacher though, meaning many professionals like English teachers and interpreters it's very difficult to pronounce. Interpreters I can't pronounce this word today. Interpreters, right? Interpreters. Very difficult, right? Okay, anyway. Interpreters, right? Interpreters. many professional people like English teachers, interpreters. I can't pronounce it again though. Okay, anyway, like any other people who use English at their jobs. All right. And this just shows how great the teacher is. I mean, the English coach, okay? And she has this woman talking about how good, how great her lessons are. And it was a video, and I was interested in watching it, so I watched it, okay? And the student was talking about her lessons, how effective it was for her, and how she changed thanks to that. Okay, thanks to that lesson, and so thanks to her lessons, and it was a very interesting video, and just watching it taught me a lot of things about that English coach's lessons. And I even wanted to take her lessons though. But I just been thinking. I've been thinking about it though. I haven't decided yet. And she has also, that student also has her own YouTube channel. And I went there and I looked for any videos she uploaded. And I wanted to compare her pronunciation and her pronunciation long time ago, like before she began to take her teacher's lessons, okay? And there they are. And now she speaks a very beautiful English. Her pronunciation is very good. And when I just started watching her first video, where she was talking about how good her teacher's lessons are, okay? And oh my goodness, my phone suddenly died, which didn't allow me to keep talking anymore. And I just connected to my iPhone, so that I can charge it. And now I'm back at last. Okay, where was I? Yes, I only have 5 minutes or so I have to be in a hurry. But when I first watched her video, she was already at the beginning, from the very beginning, she was speaking in English and she sounded very natural. And wow, I was like, wow, her English sounds really cool. And then I watched her video like 2 years ago or so, and her English pronunciation was actually not as good as it is now. This just goes to show how effective the English coach's lessons are, right? So that was so enticing to me, but I haven't decided yet because I really want to delve into it myself. I don't know, but at the moment, for the time being, I'm not thinking of taking her lessons, but it was a very interesting video. And the student said that if you are an advanced student, I strongly recommend that you learn how to pronounce English I don't know how to say it. Probably advanced students tend to think that, oh, they're okay, right? I'm okay. I'm advanced. I don't have to learn pronunciation anymore. I can be okay, right? But not all the advanced learners or students or speakers are okay. At the same time, I just wonder if we really have to be that good, because we Japanese we tend to speak English with Japanese accent. No matter how hard we try to learn American English, right? It's really important for us to, for me to try to improve my pronunciation. The better, right? But anyway, we speak English with Japanese accent. This is obvious, right? And how much we need to work on this so that my English sounds like a native. I cannot be like a native, not close. I know. And it's important to work on it. Keep working on it. It's important. But is it? If you pronounce vowels wrong, it can be misunderstood. And it can, misunderstanding could happen. But, my daughter is back, so I'll talk about this maybe tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.